Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Here's High Black Border. This time it's going to be Tinkerton. This map was released along with the new hero Rosalia. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I actually haven't really used Rosalia or even have bought her yet, so I'm not actually going to bring her along for this one, even though it would make sense to because it kind of is her map. And I guess Rosalia likes oranges. I guess that makes two of us. Anyways, I want to go for kind of a chillaxed, I guess casual run here. So I'm actually going for Avatar Wrath, mainly just because you don't really get a chance to use AOW. Once you get to like harder, advanced and extra maps, I guess it can work, but it just is difficult to kind of make it work. And so I figured I don't really have many opportunities to use this tower, so I figured, hey, why not? I also feel like it would probably be better, I guess, if you want to, copy the strategy, since Avatar Wrath is pretty easy to kind of make work. And I think I can just get into building my Druid army just kind of straight up. I just have to worry about camos and leads coming those rounds. But I think by then I should have some towers to hopefully deal with it. So hopefully this doesn't end up being too difficult, but based on kind of the length and a lot of the curves of this map, this shouldn't really be too hard. I think Tax Zone would probably be a better kind of choice here, just because this first loop is really kind of good Tax Zone spot. But I don't really want to use Tax Zone. Also, not gonna lie, I completely forgot I brought Obin here, so I'm actually going to get him down pretty late. Probably should have went for that before going for Druid or Wrath, but oh well. It's not like we really need level 20 anyways. I mean, I guess if I die, I do know where to restart. And we'll get him just down to here. So we'll take care of our lead issues, and then I'll just get this guy up to camo, just cause. And then he'll be our camo defense for round 24. Round 33, I might just upgrade him a little bit more, get a crossbow maybe. And hopefully by then I'll be, by the next camo wave, I'll have a village. Also, something I noticed about this map is that these blast marks kind of they kind of show where the best spot for the tower is. So as you can see here, this Star Monkey, well I guess not really good because of the range. But as you can see, this boomerang here, in this spot it perfectly kind of encapsulates the entire loop. This spot would be good for towers that have really large range, kind of like the anti-balloon, and then this would just be for kind of straight line. So I guess it is kind of cool. I guess NGQ is trying to teach positioning here. If I had to guess, that's what their intent was. Alright, so I think 2 Druid Wrath is good enough and open to survive for now, so I think I'll go for my camo village now. Also, when I first played this map, I was a bit confused because I thought the balloons exited here just because it kind of looks like they do, but they actually go down here. They exit past this tree here. So I guess it's kind of a little bit of a bait and switch NGQ did here. I kind of want to have space for all the druids, so I think I'll put the village kind of slightly out of range. Hopefully bigger range hits this guy. Sure does. Now I just kind of realized I forgot that Obin can actually solo all camo rounds up until round 30. I completely forgot he did that, and it seems that we are not going to die because I don't want to restart. I'll just get down ninja. But yeah, I completely forgot that Obin can do that. In my defense, I'll just say I don't really use Obin too often, so no surprise I forgot that one. Now, a little while back, I did make a video titled Obin is the worst hero or something like that, where I kind of explained why I don't think Obin is a good hero. And do I still believe that today? Well, I haven't used Rosalia in any way, so I can't really kind of speak at that compared to her, because it seems that the consensus on the community is that she's just not good at all. Even though her level 20 with anti-balloon I guess is unique, it's really niche and not something you'd be really using in a real game, because most game modes have farms. There's only one where farms isn't allowed, of course, which is chimps, and you're not really going to be using anti-balloon chimps anyway, so of course that's kind of a non-factor. I would still say Obin definitely is is he the worst hero? Maybe not with Rosalia out, but I still think he is kind of bottom tier. My main issue with Obin is that he only really has one strategy, which is Avatar Wrath, which isn't really bad, but it's just there are it's a good strategy for beginner intermediate maps, but by the time you get to advanced maps, Avatar Wrath kind of falls off, as you kind of need more cost efficient and space efficient towers. And that's kind of Obin's main selling point, is kind of buffing druids. And there's also an issue of other towers, or other heroes, not towers, potentially doing Obin's job better, mainly being like Geraldo or even Gwendolyn. Because Gwendolyn can kind of be a MIB skip, so you don't have to get MIB for Avatar Rat to be able to hit lead. So DT rounds could be basically a non-issue with Gwendolyn down the field. And you know, Geraldo's just kind of cracked overall. There's just a lot you can do with him and his items, so of course there's no surprise there. And so Obin's just kind of in a weird spot. I'm not really sure. I've seen some people suggest that the way they could buff Obin is maybe by reducing his cost by $50 so you can start with him on round 1. I'm thinking, yeah, that's a good idea, and Obin was like that in the past, but I kind of feel like that might be too broken maybe. Maybe only on, like, again, like beginner and intermediate maps, but I still think beginner and intermediate maps should maybe have some sort of challenge. And I guess Ninja Kiwi doesn't want to kind of teach players to like be able to easily start on round 6 with a hero, although I guess you could do Quincy, but I mean Quincy is kind of pure DPS. And you know, Quincy's main selling point is that, you know, he is a good early game hero. Same with Sada, so I guess they don't really want to have too many heroes that you can start with on round 1. Alright, seems that I should have moved the village over a little bit. Actually, I saw a little bit of space there, but I can't see it anymore. I feel like that's a bit too far range. Although I do want this middle guy to be Avatar Wrath because it kind of does perfectly encompass the circle, so I guess it should be fine. As a Populus, they're really only here to buff the Druids anyways. Alright, perfect, 5 stacks. This guy, only this guy will be missing out on all 5 stacks, but it's fine. Round 63 is coming up. I'm actually going to get Jungle Druid, and it won't have all stacks, but I think it should be fine. Just in case, around 63. I think just that alone should help us out a little bit. And I also do have Obin's Wall of Trees and stuff. Okay, is Obin the worst hero? I can't really say that without playing with Rosalia. But I mean, I still think he is kind of bottom tier. I do wish Ninja Kiwi would kind of buff him in some way, although when I think about it, I can't really think of a way to kind of make him better. I think maybe what they could do is they could pivot away a little bit from kind of Druid buffing, and then they could go for a little bit more magic synergy, because level 11, you know, Nature's Clarity, you know, it does have some kind of magic support here. But I guess the only problem with that is that, you know, this is really only useful for like kind of Grandmaster Ninja, you know, the 5 range and +2 pierce. I'd only see this like paired with Grandmaster Ninja. Like, I don't see anyone like use this for like wizards or like, you know, alchemist or even like sewer monkeys, because, you know, Geraldo would be much better with in combination with sewer monkeys. And so it's just kind of, he's just in a weird spot overall. I'm guessing, I don't know what Ninja Kiwi should really do. Of course, I'm not a game designer, and while I do play this game a lot, I wouldn't say I'm at the point where I could just like make patch notes that would actually be somewhat good. But I guess Obin's main problem here is just that there just isn't really a huge reason to really use him. Anyways, wave 1 of 63, let's see how it is. Hey Druid, can we clean up a little bit? I'm going to get Jungle's Bounty, see if that helps a little bit. Okay, that did help out quite a lot. Perfect. And I'm going to get Wall of Trees here. Yeah, I figured why not, just to be safe. And I think from here we'll be able to solo all the way until Avatar Wrath. So that should be fun. I do kind of wonder now that I have Jungle's Bounty if I could save up enough potentially for Spear of the Forest. We'll just kind of see where money's at. Do you remember I still have to spend 8k for a MIB, so that way we don't die to DTs. But yeah, also level 12 does reduce Magic Monkey cooldown by 5%, but this is such a small amount that like I don't feel like it's worth bringing Obin just to reduce cooldowns for 5%. Considering the fact that again, Geraldo has the Rejuve Potion, which resets all ability cooldowns, which is just better, you know. Honestly, I feel like Obin's main problem is Geraldo exists, now I think about it. Because Geraldo is just so versatile that he fits into pretty much every strategy. And, you know, the kind of, like, you can make an argument for Geraldo over Obin for kind of his niche with Druids. And so I guess it is Obin's main problem, is that Geraldo exists. Does Geraldo need nerfs? I don't really think he does. I think he's fine. Like, if Ninja Q nerfs him, I wouldn't, like, complain. I would say Geraldo is kind of fine, but I guess Geraldo really just is too OP. Having basically, like, 20 different abilities and whatnot in one hero, you know, does kind of make it a little bit broken. Oh, look at that. Hit veteran level 9. Pretty cool. And it seems we might be able to afford Avatar Wrath just before round 80, or at least on round 80. I think we should be fine for round 80, even if we don't actually get Avatar Wrath by then. As we do have Obin's Trees and Brambles, which can do a little bit, tank a little bit of the ZMG here. My main worry is probably going to be kind of the insides. Jungle's Bounty is going to do a lot. I mean, I could buy a Spear of the Forest, but actually we have Avatar Wrath right now. I think we'll have enough money to be able to afford a Spirit of the Forest. So that is kind of pretty cool. Now, this isn't really kind of a free win because Avatar Wrath isn't really too good against Super Ceramics because of low RBE. Alright, so I think the first thing I want to do is I do want to buy a MIB so I don't forget. Alright, perfect. And I'll just kind of save money for here. I could turn this into a Sabo if I need to, but I don't think I do. The only DT round that worries me would be kind of 95 and 99. And if we get Spear of the Forest by then, I don't think those two rounds should be too bad. Alright, perfect. Spear of the Forest on round 92, and I think that's just kind of a straight up GG. I think I will... Actually, I feel like I probably should invest in support more than anything. So I'll just kind of get a mob glue here. Kind of an awkward spot, but I wanted to put it here, but unfortunately Village wasn't in range, so I wouldn't get the camo that I need. Alright, so here's our 95. I don't think this should be too bad. We'll get spotter just in case. But if I need to, I could always refresh trees. Yeah, pretty easy. Mob glue probably wasn't even needed. So I think this is a GG because Avatar Wrath, of course, kind of excels with BAD damage, so that should be just an automatic win here. Yep, so a pretty easy Black Forest strategy, although this is a beginner map, so this shouldn't really kind of surprise anyone, but it is kind of fun to be able to use Avatar Wrath, as I don't really get many options to kind of use this tower. And I guess I better savor this while I can, because the next map after Black Border is Casual Revenge, and then I'll eventually move on to the Experts. I did say in the previous Black Border video, I think, that I was going to do Muddy Puddles next, if Comanche Commander didn't get nerfed, and well, last update, I don't think Comanche Commander got nerfed, but again, I was gone. So of course, I never actually got the chance to use Comanche Commander on Muddy Puddles, and unfortunately, Comanche Commander did get nerfed this update, I believe. So I'll have to think of some other strategy to kind of do, but I could always Google around for some ideas, but anyways, yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Council Revenge, of course, is up next. And yeah, pretty easy Black Border strategy, even with some kind of mistakes here and there, but still was pretty fun.